Hello.
Hi, Mario.
There must be, by the three cashier.
It's over.
Oh,
Okay, we're on Chav Zion, 27.
yes. When do you want to do tomorrow?
Tomorrow we can do 3 o'clock or 3:30, whatever is easier for everybody.
3:30.
How can you do 3:30? 3:30. Shabbos is at 4.
Let's do it 3 o'clock. You want to do it in the morning? You want to do it at 8 o'clock in the morning?
I'm
We can do
okay.
8 o'clock in the morning if that's better for everyone.
I'm better with that 8 o'clock in the morning. Harold,
Harold, what about you?
Yeah, that could work. That could work. I'll check.
Mario, what about
Harold,
you?
the sun is shining over there already at 8 o'clock in the morning.
No, I'm home. I'm in LA.
Mario, is 8 o'clock
Tomorrow 8.
good for you?
Yes.
Okay, do it at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning. It's a good idea.
Yeah, let
Kenny and
Elazar
Elazar know. Okay, Chav Zayin Amud Aleph Imam is Balmum Lo. So maybe a Balmum who cannot do the service of Kohen Mavarch Balmum Lo. Maybe a Kohen Mavarch also is a Balmum can't bench. But Ha Iskish LeNazir. But then what was the Hekesh to the Nazir? My Chaz is the Machis Lekula. We compared it to Nazir to make it a Kula to say that only by a Nazir, by Chartzan, who can't, but a Chartzan, if the Kohen eats Chartzan, he can still bench. Maybe Akish L'chumra for Balmum. So Asmachtan Inu Midrabana L'kula. All of these are only Asmachtan. It's all L'kula. And the din is, in the Shulchan Aruch, Kohen sheyesh b'mum b'fonav v'biyadav lo yivarech. A Kohen has a mum on his face or his hands should not lechatchilam do the duchening. Shlo yavol yistakil bo b'shah bracha. People will stare at his mum. But where the Kohanim cover themselves with the talis, mutter. If the people in the community are used to his mum, mutter. There's no isra mitzad the mum. A Kohen bal mum r'shai levarech. Okay. Eno ein mamodos. The Mishnah said these are the mamodos. L'fishenemar tzav bnei Yisrael. So what does the pasuk Tzav as Bnei Yisrael have to do with what's going on? My comment. Achikam. Eilu ein mamodos. Umatam tiknu mamodos. Why did they establish the mamodos? L'fishenemar tzav as Bnei Yisrael v'amar telem es korban ilach milishai. Command Bnei Yisrael. They have to bring a korban lach, korban tummy. Hey, korban shalom karvu eno emel al gabov. If it's considered Klal Yisrael's korban, how could there be no Jews there? Therefore, Yiskinu Nevi'im Arishonim, Esrim va'arba mishmaros. 24 Kohanic families who come and work 1 week, and then another week, 24 weeks later. I'll call mishmar mishmar yamamid b'Yushalayim shel Kohanim shel Levim shel Yisrael. With each Kohanic mishmar, there was also maimid of Levim and Yisraelim who were with them. He gives man mishmar la'alois. Kohanim Levim olim Yushalayim. So the Kohanim Levim would go to Yushalayim. The Yisraelim who were in Yushalayim would be there as well. The Yerushalayim in Tel Aviv or Tzfat or Akko would also be in their cities. And they're the ones who went into Shul and fasted. Tarabanan, Esrim Varba Mishmar Beit Yisrael. Ushtem Esrei b'Yericho. 24 in the rest of it, so 12 in Yericho. Ushtem Esrei b'Yericho, Nefishin Lutuva. That's, what do you mean? That's 36. El Ushtem Esrei Mehen b'Yericho. Of the 24, 12 stopped in Yericho first. Why? He gives mana mishmar lalos chatzi mishmar l'meretz Yisrael Yerushalayim. Half the mishmar would go directly to Yerushalayim. Chatzi mishmar haya oilem Yericho. Half the mishmar would take a detour to Yericho. They would load up with provisions of food and drink to bring to their brothers in Yerushalayim. Amar v'namar Shmuel. Kohanim Levim Yisrael makvin es korban. Without Kohanim Levim Yisrael, you can't bring the korban tummy. The Masnisa Toner Rav Shimon Elazar Kohanim Levim who kleishir makvin es korban. So what's the nafkamina? What's the machlokes? B'maika mifgi. Mar savar ikar shira b'peh. And you need Levim. because the shira was bepeh, and the instruments is only to make the peh nicer. So if you have Levium, there's no equal because you don't have the kli shir. Marsav ikar shir bekli, and therefore you don't have the kli. You're ma'akev because they don't hold that the shir is bepeh, but rather the shir is the kli. Amrav Chama bar Guya Marav. Moshe tiken leIsrael Yisrael shmoine mishmos. Originally, Moshe Rabbeinu, there were two children of Aaron, Elazar v'Itamar, and there were 8 mishmaros. Arba me'Elazar, Arba me'Itmar. Ba Shmuel, a Navi, v'midan al sheish esrei. He doubled them. Ba David, v'midan al esrim v'arba. And he increased it to 24. Shenemar, in Divrei Hayamim, b'shnas ha'arbaim l'malchus David, nidrashu v'yimatze b'hem gibor chal b'yazer gilad. And this refers to the establishment by David of the increased mishmaros. Meisvei, Moshe tiken leIsrael shmona mishmaros. Arba me'Elazar v'arba me'Itmar. Uba David u'Shmuel. Ve'midim al esrim arba. That means there wasn't a intermediate step where they went from 8 to 16 to 24, but they went directly from 8 to 24. Shenemar, Hema Yosad David Shmuel Haroy B'Manaso. So Hachi Kama. Miyisoda Shel David Shmuel Ramosi Amidum Al Esrim V'Arba. From the foundations that they established, they went up to 24. Tanya Yidech. Moshe Tiken Lam Yisrael Sheish Esrei Mishmaros. Another Brisa says Moshe did 16. Shmona me'Elazar, Shmona me'Itamar. Uchesharabu b'nei Elazar b'nei Itamar. The Bnei Elazar were more populous. Chilkum, so they divided them up. V'midim al esrim v'arba. Shenemar v'yimtzu bnei Elazar rabim l'rosh ha'gvarim mibnei Itamar. They were more than the Bnei Itamar. V'yichalkum l'bnei Elazar roshim l'bei Sava shisha sar. So the Bnei Elazar became 16. V'l'bnei Itamar l'bei Sava shmona. V'oimer beis av echad achuz l'Elazar. V'achuz li tamar. My v'oimer. What's this for? Maybe the growth was the same. Someone says no. Shmona mikara arba havu. That maybe they both started off and they doubled. Toshma. Beisav echad achuz Elazar. V'achuz echad li tamar. That means the growth was not equal, and the growth of Elazar was more. Which is Tiyuv to Rav Chama bar Guya. Rav Chama bar Guya Tanoi. I hold like the one that says that Moshe Rabbeinu was Masakin 8 and not 16. Ton Rabban. Arba Mishmaros Olam Nagoyla. When Ezra came back with the Bnei Yisrael from Bavel, they only brought 4 Kohanic families. Yedaya, Chorim, Pashchur, ve'imer. On the Nevi'im shebeinehem, v'chilkum ve'emidim al esrim v'arba. The Nevi'im wrote the other 20 names, and they put it in a lottery on 24 pieces, and then they divided up between the 4. So each of the 4 that came up took 6. So they were up to 24. Right? Yedaya took his and 5 others. So they had 24. Yehoyariv, which was prior to the Churban, the Rosh, because he didn't make Aliyah, Lo Yedacha Yedayim Komo. Yedaya, who made Aliyah, he was not pushed aside. El Yedaya Iker v'Yorav Tofilo. So it shows the power of being a good Zionist. The Jews stayed in their cities. And they came into Shul and they read from Ma'aser Bereishis. Minoanimili, Amrav Yaakov Barachi Amravasi, Ilmolim Amadois. If it wasn't for the Mamodos, Lo Niskamu Shamayim Varetz, heaven and earth would not stand. Shenemar. Vayomer Hashem Elokim. Avram Avinu asked Hashem, Bameh Edo Kirashana. How will I know that I will inherit this land? Amar Avram, Ribono Shel Olam. Shema Yisrael choyt lefanecha, ata Yisrael kedor mabel kedor afloga. If Bnei Yisrael sin, you'll wipe them out like you wiped out the flood and the door of Floga. Amar Lav. No, I won't. How do I guarantee that? Omar Lei told Avram, he told him the breeze been absorbed. Korbanos. That's good. As long as we have a Beis Hamikdash. How do we protect Klal Yisrael? They have to read the korbanos. Either in the Torah or in the Siddur. If they lane the mamodos or they lane korbanos in the davening, as if they brought the korbanos. The Anshe Mishmar would daven that the korban would be received. The Anshe Mishmar is cancelled based Knesses. The Yoshvin Arbat Taniyos. They would go to shul in Akko or Tel Aviv, and they would fast 4 days out of the week. B'Sheni on Monday, B'Shlishi Tuesday, B'Revi Wednesday, Chamishi Thursday. B'Sheni al Yordei Ayam, and that was to protect the people traveling on the ocean. B'Shlishi al Holchem Midbarios, to protect the caravans in the desert. That the diphtheria should not affect the children. To protect the pregnant women and the nursing women. That they shouldn't have a miscarriage. That they would give good nutrition to their children. They didn't fast Erev Shabbos because of COVID Shabbos. Now, my time alone. Why didn't they fast Sunday? The Christians, Sunday is their yontiv. So if we fast and we don't go to work, it looks like we're being machshav their Shabbos. That Adam Arisha was created on Friday. It says Vayom Shlishi Biosam Koavim in Shechem, after Shimon and Levi tricked them to do Milah, it says the greatest pain comes on the third day. So Sunday is 3 days after Adam Arisha was created. Neshama Yisera that we get on Shabbos. Damar Shlokish Neshama Yisera Nitna B'Bodem Erev Shabbos. We get an extra Neshama Erev Shabbos. Moitzei Shabbos Noitna Neshama Mena. So we become weaker. Shenamar Shavas Vayinofash. Even Shavas Vay of the Nefesh. So we're more chalush. I once learned from Shlomo Carlebach before one of his songs, before singing Eliyahu Navi. He asked the question: what does Eliyahu Navi have shaykhs to Motzei Shabbos? Why do we mention Eliyahu Navi Motzei Shabbos? So because Shabbos, it's such a beautiful. All of a sudden, we go into the world of tacharut, of competition, so we go down. So we need chizuk. Whenever we need chizuk, Eliyahu Navi has to come. He gives us chizuk. For example, by Milah, the child needs chizuk. So we have Eliyahu by Milah. By Shvach HaMascha, where we're attacked by the Goyim, we need chizuk. Eliyahu Navi has to be there. Bayom Arishon Breishis Virakia. Tana Breishis has 6 aliyahs b'shnai. Yirakia has 5 aliyahs b'echad. Bishma Yirakia b'echad. Plus a psuki havi. 3 psukim in 1 aliyah. Ela Breishis have 5 psukim b'shnai my timer. How do we lay in 2 aliyahs? Amisha psuka havi nutnan. Hakor b'Torah yivchos b'shlosh psukim can't have less than 3 psukim. Rav Amar Doileg. Rav says we do like we do by Rosh Chodesh. The Balkora lanes the first three. Then the second Aliyah starts, he goes back one pasuk. That's called Doileg. Shmuel Amar Poisek, you take the middle pasuk, the third pasuk, you divide it in half. For Rav Amar Doileg, Matay Milo Amar Poisek, Ksara Kol Psukim Lo Paske Moshe, and Lo Paskin Le. Moshe Rabbeinu didn't write it as a half pasuk, he wrote it as a full pasuk. We can't divide up psukim like that. Ushmuel Amar Poisek. How can he say poisek? Me paskina? Can we divide a pasuk in half? Amar of Chanina Kara. He only when I teach in Cheder, I can do that because sometimes psukim are so long they won't learn. So Shmuel has some time in mind. How come he realized it? Mishum de lo yefsher. By a child, yeah, that's how you can teach him. Here as well, you have two aliyahs, you got to do it this way. Shmuel Amar Poisek. My time Amar Doilik. How come he didn't say like Rav? Because Rav said the first aliyah you lane 3. Then the next aliyah you go back one pasuk. Well, if somebody walked in late, he's not going to know what's going on. Meisvei Parsha Shoshisha Psukim, a 6 pasuk parsha. You can call it 2 aliyahs. V'shal Chamisha only biyachid. V'marishon koresh Shlosha, Hasheni koresh Naimi parsha Zuvechli parsha Acheres. You read the last 2 of that parsha, and the next pasuk and the next one pasuk. So you have 3. The Yeshamim Shlosha, 3 of the next. L'fishein matchilim b'parsha pachos b'shlosha psukim. You can't start a parsha and not lane at least 3 psukim. Now, Laman Domer Doileg Lidloig, Laman Domer Poisek Livsoik. Now, why do they have to go through all of this? Why not the one who holds like Doileg, let him be Doileg, the one who says Poisek, let him be Poisek? Shiny awesome, the Yislay Ravacha. You have the ability to do the next parsha, but if you don't, since Yehi Rakia is a defined parsha, you have no brainer, you got to do it that way. Okay, tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock.